Hey YouTube, interweb, Facebook, MyFitnessPal, wherever you saw this link from and decided to click play. Hi! That's Craig. Say hi, Craig.
Hello.
Back at Mt.Katahdin, going up the hunt trail for the second time. Out of my mind. Trail is quite intimidating, so it'll be interesting to see what Craig thinks after we're down in his exit interview. I'm hoping to make the summit. They are calling for thunder showers today, so we'll see. Wish us luck. See ya. This is Katahdin Stream Falls, and there's been a lot of rain lately, so they're running very, very hard and they're very full. I just wish video could actually get how awe-inspiring this is. Amazing. Hey guys, so here I am at just a little below where I had to turn back last year, so beautiful spot for a break. I don't know if you can see it, but wonderful mountains, and there's Craig. Say hi, Craig.
Hello.
How are you enjoying it so far?
Alright.
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 But your advice for anybody else? Bring a lighter pack?
Bring a lighter pack. Don't pack as much as I did.
It is hard coming up here, especially with the weight on your back, and I said last year that I would bring a lighter pack, and I have, and it's a smaller pack, but still, I think we brought too much. Crazy.
Well,
Still got about 1,500 feet to the top, which is awesome. Just had some lunch, trying to get some energy back, and we should be able to make it by lunchtime and then head back before the thunderstorms roll in, which is wicked. So excited. Want to say thank you to my amazing boyfriend who's like right over there, because I wanted to quit so many times coming up here. It sucks, and I'm not going to lie to anybody about that who's doing this hike. It sucks. There's so many parts. If you're not in super good shape, it's the hardest thing ever. So intimidating. And the whole trail tells you no, and you have to kind of look at it and go, screw you, trail. I'm doing it anyway, you know? What do you say?
bye.
Okay. Made it! Hard. It took us like 9 hours. Lighter pack. But we're here. We're gonna start heading down now. Hopefully make it down before dark. We have headlamps. Made it. Awesome. So we're back from the mountain. 15.5 hours to hike it. Got lost in the woods on the way down in the dark. And
It sucked.
yeah, we both took a few spills and trying to get down in the dark, and I don't recommend anybody ever go hike Mount Katahdin unless you have a very, very bright flashlight with you, because the rangers will not come find you. If you don't report back to the hiking station, they apparently do not care. Maybe they would send up a search party in the morning.
Yeah.
Who knows, but it was awful.
It was a beautiful view, but it sucked coming back down.
Yeah, the rock wall was...
And I have recognized.
The rock wall was not fun. It was an immense challenge. And then after the rock wall, you have what they call the gateway. And I'm absolutely convinced it's called the gateway because it was the gateway to hell. That thing was not fun. And after the gateway, you have the tablelands, which are relatively flat, but then you go to the summit, and that's a little bit of a steep little climb, and they actually have a stairway there, and I guess that's nicknamed Stairway to Heaven, because you're up so high, but it's awesome making the summit.
Yeah. Agreed.
I'll never hike that mountain again.
No.
Ever. 15.5 hours, and There's my legs, like, not fun.
Exhausted.
Yeah, exhausted. We started out at 7 and didn't get off the mountain until 11:35, so.
Bedtime.
Bedtime.
Bye.
That was that. Glad I did it, but yeah, it sucked. So, we're going to bed, sore, exhausted, tired. Hey everyone, here I am the next day after completing our climb to the summit of Baxter Peak on Mt.Katahdin, and incredibly sore, still very tired even after a good night's rest. Just want to review some things that were in the previous videos. When I said that we had, at one point I said we had 1,500 feet to go. It was actually about 1,800 feet. And when I said feet, I meant vertical feet. It was probably about a little over 3 miles from where we were at that point. And when you're talking vertical feet, it's not fun. That's basically what you're looking at the Hunt Trail. Once you leave the Katahdin Stream Falls campground, you're looking at a very gradual climb. You've got about 1.2 miles to the Katahdin Stream Falls, which are amazing. And then once you leave there, you encounter some sloped rock and a stairway made of rocks, which goes up for a little while. And then you get into the boulders. And at first it's like, it's not really that bad, but then you get into, I think, about 3 sections, 3 very steep sections, long sections of hard scrambling over boulders constantly, up and over boulders that are probably about 5 feet, at least 5 feet high. Some of them are a lot higher, and it takes some figuring. Some of them you can go around by in the woods, but not too many of them. Once you reach the top of that, I think it's 3rd set of boulders, then you have the rock wall, and a good place to stop for a break, to eat your lunch, just get some more energy for your trek, because there you've got about 1,800 vertical feet to the top. The rock wall itself has handholds into it, so in parts, so you can sort of help yourself along, but for the most part you really have to work it yourself and figure it out. It's really a challenge in places, and if you don't have the strength in your legs to get up there, then really, I don't know. I also said in the video that if you weren't in super good shape, I think you would have a hard time. I think with the hike, if you're not an experienced hiker, you will have a hard time with this hike. I don't think it has anything to do with being in shape, because we encountered people on that trail that were quite larger than us, and they were cruising. We're not experienced hikers. I've hiked quite a bit, but nothing like doing to the summit and back. So I think you really have to be an experienced hiker and in good shape to withstand it. Also, once you leave the rock wall, then you get into the gateway, and it truly is the gateway to hell. It doesn't look that long, but there are some sections on that are incredibly steep, and you have to follow the blazes, and trying to figure out how to get up and over those boulders, it's a really, really hard scramble. And there were places where you're climbing up a diagonal rock, and if you were to slip backwards, and I'm not even joking with this, there's nothing to prevent you from going off the side of the mountain, which is scary in itself. Once you get over the gateway, then you have the tablelands, which is a relatively flat area, but for some reason up on the tableland, after a little while, they roped it off, so you're actually walking through the Thoreau Spring, which doesn't make any sense to me because it's the only drinking water up there, and they're having people walk through it. I realize they do have plants up there they have to protect, but still you're destroying a natural, beautiful source of water that you have up there on the hill, and something you've named after somebody that has actually completed that climb. And he's incredibly disrespectful that Baxter State Park has done. They could have routed that trail away from the spring instead of having everybody march their dirty feet through it, because it ruins the water. And like I said, it's the only place to get water if you've got purification tablets up there. Once you get off the tableland. You've got like a gradual climb to the top. Once you get closer to the peak, there's actually stairs. So somebody on the trail had said it was called the Stairway to Heaven, and I could see why, because it just literally goes up in the clouds. And it's just rocks like that are placed that go up and up and up. So it was really nice to see that stairway. And once you get to the peak, then of course you get to get your victory shot with the sign. So, like I said, leave early. We left at 7 a.m. Didn't get off the mountain until about 11:35 p.m. So it was 15 and a half hours of hell. Coming back down, you have gravity working with you. I had panic attacks in quite a few places because I'm afraid of heights. Thank God for my boyfriend, because he talked me through them all. And one place in the gateway coming down, I was so scared, and he actually had to help me off of where I was, because there was no place to put your feet, and it was probably twice my height from where you had to like let go and just trust that you're going to fall on your feet. So like I said, there's no guardrails up there. There's just mountainside that you're going down if you miss it. And yeah, so pretty scary. Big pieces of advice: leave early, bring enough water. I can't stress that enough. We only had a small bit left when we got back. Don't underestimate it. Be a good hiker. Be in good shape. Bring a really good powered flashlight. If you get lost in those woods, or you find yourself trying to trek down in the dark, you do not want a wimpy little flashlight. We had headlamps and 2 other flashlights, and that was almost not enough. Give yourself enough time once you get the peak to actually get yourself to the bottom, back to your car, before dark. Trying to find those blazes on those trees last night and the rocks in the dark was horrible. And we both took quite a few spills because of missteps over things we probably would have seen had it not been dark. Nobody will come to find you. They might have sent out a search party today had we not checked back in. But yeah, and they locked the gate. Luckily, they didn't padlock it, so Craig was able to maneuver that and get out. But yeah, so lighter pack, bring a flashlight, and give yourself plenty of time to get off the mountain before dark. But other than that, that was our trek. And gonna get ready, hit the road, and head back home. So thanks for watching, and always love you all. Thank you all for the support. Ciao.